How's it going, everyone? Reaction Z50 here, and welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to be checking out the new episode of Death Battle, Spider-Man vs. Deku, Miles Morales vs. Izuku Midoriya. I promised you guys I'd react to it, so here I am. And before we get started, guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to both my channels. And without wasting any more of your time, let's dive in. I am so excited for this battle, guys. In terms of who I'm rooting for, I would say I'm rooting for both of them, and I really don't know who's going to win, guys. It could go either way. I binged watched My Hero Academia a few months. Excuse me. I binged watched My Hero Academia back in March around my birthday, and I love the show so much now, guys. I've seen both the main series and Vigilantes. Never read the manga, but I prefer the anime, so yeah. Anyways, guys, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. I'll see you guys after the reaction. Is that Danger Sense?
Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya.
Spider-Man versus Deku. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, let's take this from the top again. This is Peter Parker. He was bitten by a radioactive spider, and for who knows how long, he's been the one and only Spider-Man.
A friendly neighbor to all of New York City. In a universe filled with super soldiers, hulking green Goliaths, and world-shattering gods, Spider-Man is there to look out for the little guy.
But in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, that doesn't always last forever. Like in Universe 1610, when NYC's Webhead got iced on the job.
The city was left without its protector. But fortunately, Peter wasn't the only one who got bit. Enter Miles Morales, a young teen from Brooklyn just trying to figure out his place in the world. And now, he had it thrust upon him.
The canon event to start all canon events. Now it was Miles' turn to be the hero the Big Apple needed. And he had all the usual spider
Dislikes
kit to
canon
help him
events.
This spider
GameSpot.
carried the
Alright,
Oz
that's what it
formula,
said.
a genetics-enhancing serum that granted Miles superhuman strength, speed, and the ability to alter his body's electron attraction to crawl along any surface.
And you can't forget that classic spider sense, an internal warning system that lets Miles know about incoming threats so he can react ahead of time. He even got an upgrade that acts like a radar, letting him see through stuff.
But no spider person is complete without their web shooters.
Overdrive.
Given to him by Peter's Aunt May, these webs have all sorts of applications between swinging, grabbing, restraining, projectiling, and being made into constructs.
Not having Peter around to show him the ropes made things a lot tougher though. And between mishaps with wall crawling and web slinging, Miles got off to a rocky start.
Like any typical teenager, he had a lot of self-doubt. Could he give up in school? What was the right way to talk to girls?
And how could he live up to being Spider-Man when one of the villains he had to face turned out to be his very own uncle? Makes family dinner so awkward. All that, trying to kill you stuff.
Fortunately, Miles had a leg up on every other superhero known to man.
Living parents! Better yet, loving parents. They supported him when things got tough, even if they didn't always see eye to eye. And thanks to them, he learned that the best way to be Spider-Man wasn't to do it like Peter, but to do it his own way.
And it helped that this particular spider had a bit more to his bite than Peter's. Miles has a variety of unique powers, like invisibility and venom.
Not like Tom Hardy, though it is weird to give your main power the same name as one of your bad guys. Come on, Spidey, branding is important.
Miles can harness his own bioelectric energy and weaponize it, which is especially effective against individuals with genetic mutations.
Punching, absorbing, blasting.
Now it depends. Will they count quirks as genetic mutations?
Out of this stuff, like biowebbing and a damn sword. Jeez, what kind of spider was this?
It's not entirely science fiction. Studies have shown that certain species of spiders, such as the Linophiidae, have a process known as ballooning. By spinning a thread of their silk, they can use the Earth's natural electric fields to fly, traveling up to hundreds of miles. No pun intended.
Well, whatever kind of bite it was, it gave Miles the edge he needed to find his worth as Spider-Man.
Miles can dodge gunshots, missiles, and lightning bolts. He survived all sorts of beatings, including a building exploding on top of him.
OG Spidey could lift buildings and dodge light-speed attacks, and Miles is more than a match for him.
Like the time he absorbed the energy of a bomb that was going to vaporize Harlem. A blast that would have equaled 15 million tons of TNT.
He's getting kudos from a ton of older heroes too, becoming a member of the New Ultimates and the Avengers. He even helped form the Champions, a team of teenage superheroes with the likes of Miss Marvel and Ironheart.
The King of Wakanda himself even suited him up with some Wakandan vibranium.
The same stuff as T'Challa's own suit. This super rare and tough metal can absorb kinetic energy and vibrational impacts.
It helps to regulate Miles's venom powers too, allowing him to better control his electrical output.
The vibranium is thinner to better fit his acrobatic fighting style, but it can still shake off most fatal attacks like they're nothing. This stuff is tough enough that Deadpool's swords have shattered against it.
Though it's not as durable as, say, Captain America's shield, and enough kinetic energy will overload it.
Don't be near it when it does, or you'll end up like the Falcon here when he used his vibranium wings to stop a bomb that was gonna blow up New York City. That's twice now. Does any other city have to deal with this stuff?
But when vibranium and spider powers still aren't enough, Miles can push his electrical output into overdrive,
giving him huge boosts in strength and speed, and making him a whole lot zappier. It's your classic shonen power-up, and he knows it too. He's a bit of a weeb and has a thing for mimicking some favorites.
Despite his initial insecurities, Miles has more than managed to live up to his predecessor, no longer standing in his shadow, but side by side.
Literally, his universe got blown up and he was sent to the main 616 timeline, along with his family. And now it's him and Peter as a pair of Spider Bros.
He's even become one of the big players of the Spider-Verse, teaming up with all sorts of other spider variants to defend the multiverse.
There's anime spider
Won an
people,
Oscar?
robot spider people,
Awesome.
dinosaur spider people.
Oh, I think the
spider
movie
spider
won an
people,
Oscar.
A whole lot of them. Each
Either
with their
Into
own
or
way of
Across the
getting job
Spider-Verse.
done. Miles even led
Yeah.
him into battle against the Inheritors, a bunch of interdimensional vampire assholes.
This is what Stan Lee was proudest of in his favorite superhero. Regardless of who they were, any sort of person could wear the mask and do the right thing. For so long as we stay true to ourselves and help others in our own unique ways, then anyone can be a hero.
Yep.
But what is a hero? To the citizens of Japan,
I like how he
no
said
one more
that.
synonymous
He
with the
continued
word
it.
than their symbol of peace.
All Might.
The big numero uno. With a smile on his face, he could save anyone and win any fight, no matter what.
Or so it seemed. After a battle with his arch nemesis All for One, All Might was grievously injured. His time as a beacon of hope was coming to an end, and he would need to find someone to pass on the torch.
In this world, most human beings evolved to have their own individual superpowers, or quirks, but not everyone is lucky enough to get one. Like this kid named Izuku Midoriya, or as local bully Bakugo like to call him, the good-for-nothing Deku.
Izuku wanted to save people just like All Might, but even his idol told him that he would have to give up on his dreams.
Romantic interest.
Forever, the
Oh,
big
you know,
man, the
one of
shadow
them.
Bakugo
Yeah.
and his Sigma quirk until he got the chance to alpha up and lend his rival a helping hand, proving himself worthy of All Might's torch.
And so after months of training, Izuku was granted All Might's quirk, One for All. This power allows him to boost his strength to incredible heights, using it for smashing attacks named after specific US locales, and a soccer club.
Or football, as they call it.
Straight punches, spikes, even finger flicks. One for All is the ultimate in strength-enhancing quirks.
The first time he used it, Izuku destroyed this giant robot in a single blow, on accident. Too bad it wasn't the only thing he destroyed, though. Damn, that looks like it hurts.
One for All's power was so great that the recoil would shatter Izuku's limbs when he used it. In the hands of an improper vessel, One for All could cause their body to explode. So Izuku would need to continuously train to master it at his Hero Academia.
Say that again.
UA High.
Here he'd be inspired by girly pop Uraraka to turn
There
his
she
zero
is.
name into his hero name, becoming the
Zero
Deku
to
who always
hero.
does his best.
Something that he may have taken too far.
When it came to saving people, Do Your Best here had a bad habit of putting others way before himself. Sure, everyone else was okay, but he'd be good for nothing all over again if he got himself paralyzed.
So to cut down on his hospital bill, he developed full cowling. Instead of using his quirk in short bursts, he would continuously spread the energy across his body at low percentages, using it for acrobatics inspired by Bakugo's explosive movements.
And with that new thinking came a new fighting style.
Shoot style.
To use a stronger limb that'd be less likely to break, Deku took a page from Nerd Emoji Ida's book and switched to focusing on kicks to pack in more of a
Guys,
punch.
I'm so excited, I'm
Yeah.
trembling.
And that power would be needed. After a climactic battle with All for One, All Might would be forced into retirement, just a few months into Deku's training. Now it was his turn to face this demon lord.
Now it's your
But he didn't
turn.
have to do it alone. Just as All Might had passed One for All onto Deku, it had been passed onto All Might by his master, and onto her by her master. One for All was a power that was built upon for generations.
The quirks of the previous users of One for All manifested in Deku, along with their spirits, or vestiges, to help him in his battle against All for One.
Black Whip gives him energy tendrils to swing around and restrain foes. They can also brace his arms and manually control his muscles if he can't move.
Float allows him to soar high into the sky. By combining it with controlled blasts of pressurized air, he can effectively fly.
Danger Sense detects incoming threats and unease, letting Deku react in advance. Though it's mostly like an alarm bell and doesn't tell him specifics like location or number of threats. Familiar?
Smokescreen lets him, create a smokescreen. But he can use it at full blast to create a bigger smokescreen.
That's swell and all, but the real meat is in Fajin. After building up kinetic energy within his body, Deku can unleash it for bursts of strength and speed.
He's combined it with Black Whip to create the powerful Black Chain binding attack, and can use it in conjunction with Full Cowling to achieve foe 100%, equaling All Might's full level of power without any recoil.
He once used it to outspeed a bullet shot by Lady Nagant, a former hero turned villain who has a sniper rifle for an arm. I think I'm in love.
Nagant's bullet once crossed a distance of around 215 kilometers within a fraction of a second. That's 6,700 times faster than sound. And Deku was moving so fast, the bullet seemed like it was standing still.
And he can go even faster than that with his final quirk, Gear Shift.
By touching a target, he can control its speed without abiding by the laws of inertia. He can slow down foes to leave them frozen in the air, or move so fast he can punch multiple times in an instant.
Even All for One's own protege Shigaraki couldn't track him, and this is a dude who can catch light-speed laser beams.
It does have a time limit though. After 5 minutes of continuous use, Deku's body will catch up to his speed, suffocating him as his cells become unable to take in oxygen.
Not nearly as bad as One for All was suffocating him though. He's been doing all of this shit in just the 10th grade. I hadn't even figured out you could breathe through your nose at that
really
point.
hard.
For sure, having to save his friends, the country, the entire world, weighed on Deku. So he left UA to fight this war alone.
But alone was never where Deku fought best. Having come from nothing, his admiration for his peers gave him strength, just as they admired his strength and desire to help others. Even Bakugo came around to him.
So when it came time to finally put that demon lord back in hell, his classmates, teachers, mom, friends, enemy, and everyone else supported and cheered him on. Because that was the greatest threat to All for One's reign all along.
Not All Might, not Deku, not even One for All itself. Just people helping each other out. And with their help, Deku defeated All for One once and for all, blowing a hole in this huge storm and parting the skies for a brighter future.
Though he did lose his quirk and have to retire from hero work, getting a regular 9 to 5 as a teacher, passing on his knowledge to the next generation, just like every user of One for All before him.
Some might say he peaked in high school. If not for the sick new armor he eventually got to go back to kicking butt, he even made it all the way back near the top of the rankings.
All with the help of his friends. For so long as we keep reaching out our hands to help those in need, everyone can be a hero.
Damn right.
Hello, it's me, Store-Bought Benjamin. I know what you're asking. Benjamin, what are you wearing?
Gummy thick.
Yes, that's our mechanical menace Mecha Goose pulling down the trunks of poor Dummy. Our new summer line of merch is available now on deathmetal.gg for a limited time. Website members can even get this in a unique color scheme. And there's a hat. I like the hat. I know what else you're asking. Benjamin, why did Wiz build robot butt cheeks on Dummy?
Yeah.
I don't know. Get your cheeks at www.deathbattle.gg.
But you are Wiz, so how do you not know? Alright, here we go, guys. I'm so excited. I'm trembling so much.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Yeah, it's time for a death battle. Oh, we're in New York City. Oh, it's like a comic. Nice. There's Miles. He looks badass in that suit. And there's Deku. Oh, I love that song.
unusual. Whoa, I was looking for you.
The music track for this
Show me what you can do.
this music track.
Alright, new guy. First lesson, don't watch the mouth.
Watch the hands. I knew he'd say that.
Watch the hands. Now watch the
I love this music track. It's called You Say Danger, by the way, guys. Like you say run and what's up, danger? Dodge it. Ooh, nice.
Let's try that one more time.
Oh, this is sick.
Yes.
I'm gonna listen to this again. Oh, it's like his fight against Peter's fight against Batman.
Power here. Gotta take this somewhere else.
Bajin.
Gross.
Gross. Damn, he cracked his hand. He broke it. Oh, I love this fight already. Black Chain.
Moved us to an abandoned part of the city so we can go all out.
Yeah, good thinking.
Because I always do my best.
Yeah, come on, Deku. This animation is so peak, guys. It sucks that one of them has to die because they're being so friendly.
I'm gonna do my best.
I gotta do my own thing. Oh. Nice.
Sarah was right. Your core is amazing.
Who?
Amazing is my buddy. They call me the ultimate Spider-Man. This suit has shock absorption, not nullification. So, it's got a limit.
Just like the Nomu. Oh, that's so awesome.
Go beyond!
Plus Ultra. I'm gonna listen to this again.
Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate.
Did Deku win?
Vaya con Dios, Aranya Hoven.
Let's start by talking about their superpowers, which matched up quite evenly.
I think Deku won,
Unsurprisingly,
guys.
Given the not-so-subtle inspiration for Deku's first, though they did have some edges over the other.
The Spider Sense gave Miles more insight on his surroundings and threats than Danger Sense, which has been worked around before.
This meant Miles' invisibility was harder for Danger Sense to detect when he wasn't attacking, while the Spider Sense's radar system allowed him to
I'm gonna
find
listen to that
Deku in
music
a smoke
again.
screen. But Izuku's other
That battle was so
powers
awesome,
presented
guys.
advantages of his own.
Fluff was a lot
I knew
more
Deku would
mobile
win. I
than
wanted
Miles,
him to
and
win.
Bajin gave
That's what I'm
up
talking
better
about,
boosted
Deku.
strength than Venom did.
Sorry,
Since
Miles,
both
but you
had
never
some
had a chance.
advantages and disadvantages, we're gonna call
A
superpowers
tie.
a tie.
Next up, speed. Scaling to Peter, Miles could dodge light speed attacks, which actually outpaced Izuku moving faster than that sniper bullet. Fortunately for Deku, though, that wasn't his best.
Thanks to Gear Shift, Deku could speed himself up to match Miles the same way he did to the light-catching Shigaraki. Even worse for Spidey, one
Yeah.
touch from Gear Shift could freeze him in place and make dodging totally impossible.
Yep.
So speed goes to Deku.
Oh, I thought that would be a tie too.
Deku was incredibly talented at analyzing an opponent's abilities and coming up with strategies on the fly.
But Miles' powers and fighting style
Guys,
gave
that was
Deku
so
the
awesome.
immediate openings.
Deku may have received
Almost wanna
formal
cry, this
training
battle
at
was so
UA,
good.
but he was ultimately only active in hero
The
work
music
for
tracks
a
in my
little
head. I'm gonna
over a
listen to that so many
Meanwhile,
times
Miles
after
has been
this.
handling everything from neighborhood crooks to multiverse-ending gods for significantly longer.
year. It's close, but with his greater experience, skill goes to
Miles.
Miles. And that means the biggest deciding factor is raw strength.
And that
Deku.
was no contest.
Yeah,
Miles
Deku.
absorbing the energy of that bomb was nothing to scoff at, but overwhelming power is what One for All is all about.
When
Yeah.
Deku defeated All for One, the energy needed to part those clouds with this punch had a yield of 362 billion tons of TNT.
Way greater.
Smashing the bomb Miles absorbed out of the water.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't as simple as that. Miles is wearing a vibranium suit after all. So the question
He
wasn't
overloaded it.
necessarily who was stronger, it was if Miles' suit was tough enough to continuously absorb Deku's blows.
When the Falcon protected New York from that city-destroying blast, it had a yield of 546 megatons. Impressive, but Deku defeating All for One was still over 600 times stronger than Vibranium's limit.
And Deku did that with One for All's embers, not the full package.
And remember, the Vibranium in Miles' suit
I love
was
that
much
ending.
thinner than what Falcon
Spider-Man,
and Black Panther had.
you
Making
really
it
are
unlikely it
the
could absorb
ultimate.
as strong of a blast.
Yeah, I knew that's what he had to do. All he had to do was overload his vibranium.
No way it could survive all of what Deku could dish out.
In this superpowered battle, it was Izuku's overwhelming speed and immense strength that made him the winning hero.
Yep.
And the morales of the story is...
The winner is
Deku. I knew it.
Next time on Death Battle.
Hulk versus Godzilla.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay, guys, so that was Spider-Man versus Deku, Miles Morales versus Izuku Midoriya, and I gotta say that battle was so peak, guys. Moro blew it out of the water once again, guys. His animations are just chef's kiss. Like, he animated Bowser versus Eggman and Shigaraki versus Mahito, and yeah, that music track, it's called You Say Danger, like You Say Run and What's Up Danger. That was so epic, guys. I'm gonna listen to that again. I'm gonna listen to it so many times. I'm gonna rewatch this battle so many times, too. You guys can tell by how fast I'm talking, I'm still so excited. I know I said I was rooting for both of them, but I was rooting a little more for Izuku because I love My Hero Academia now, guys. I binged watched it earlier this year. I got back into it this year, I should say, but yeah. And so I really wanted Deku to win. I'm glad he did. But yeah. Who did you guys want to win? A lot of people were saying Miles could take it, but I knew Deku would take it. But yeah. All he had to do was overload Miles' suit. And like, you heard what Deku said during the fight. He said, shock absorption, not nullification. Like All Might's fight against the Nomu. Like, that's what All Might said when he fought the Nomu in Season 1. But, yeah. And, like, they said, like, enough hits could overload it, overwhelm it, you know. But, yeah, so I knew Deku would take it. In the ending, where it was, like, a comic page with Izuku on it, like, I think it was actually a manga page, but, yeah. He said, Spider-Man, you really are the ultimate. That was awesome. Wait, that's the same way that Miles went out in his fight against Static, though? He, like, exploded? But, yeah. I'm gonna read the comments and see what people said, but I love this battle so much, guys. It's my second favorite episode of Death Battle, right behind Bowser vs. Eggman, and now Bill Cipher vs. Discord is my third favorite Death Battle now. Like, because the animation for this one and the music track, chef's kiss, it was so excellent, guys. That I'm gonna watch the Raptors' reaction to it. And for the name, for mine, I'm gonna use You Say Danger for it. But yeah. Alright, guys, if there's nothing else, that's going to wrap it up for today's reaction. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to both my channels, and let me know who you guys wanted to win. And are you excited for the next episode of Death Battle? I know I am. I got spoiled, unfortunately, earlier because I saw a notification on my phone. It said Hulk versus Godzilla. I was like, God damn it. I say every time when the new episode of Death Battle comes out that I'm not going to get spoiled, and I try to stay off my phone and my TV because I watch the battles on my TV. I don't watch them on my phone. But yeah, next time for sure I'm not going to get spoiled. I promise you guys that. That way I can actually react to the next time. But yeah, Hulk's going to beat Godzilla. Everyone's saying he will. But yeah, I'll have to see what feats they have for the next one. It'd be cool if Hulk like grabs Godzilla by the tail and like throws him like Mario throws Bowser. I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah, it might. Yeah. Alright guys, well I'm going to finish up recording this outro for you guys, and I'm going to watch this battle so many more times and listen to the music track so many more times, guys. But yeah. Anyways, guys, if there's nothing else, that's going to wrap it up for today's reaction. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to both my channels. And yeah, let me know who you guys wanted to win down in the comments below. And yeah, if there's nothing else, that's all for now, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have an awesome day. This is Reaction Z50, signing out. Peace out, everyone.